Hello and welcome to Hamer Reviews. My name's Christopher Hamer and today we're taking a look at a pair of headphones from Edifier. Now these are the TWS NB2 Pros, which kind of sit towards the top end of what Edifier makes in terms of headphones. They cost £80 and for that money you're packing in a lot of features. We're talking active noise cancellation, we're talking really good battery life, we're talking a decent app with actual settings for things like spatial audio, being able to change the active noise cancellation, and a surprising sound quality. For £80, I wouldn't actually expect much from some of the bigger name brands. So the Sonys, the Boses, even someone, for instance, like Sennheiser. You're just not getting that same level of feature set at that price. But does that mean these are any good? Because you can pack features into any pair of headphones, and if they don't have good sound quality or the features suck, then why would you bother? Well, the good news is that these are surprisingly good headphones. Now, I was offered these for free to review, and I thought it'd be interesting, so they sent me a pair of them, and I was a little bit taken aback, if I'm honest, because this is a very, very good set of headphones from a brand that personally I hadn't heard of before. So the sound quality, I think, is the most important thing, and although I think it's very good, it's not perfect. So they are quite bass heavy. So if you're a bass nut, you love electronic music, dance music, these are pretty good. They're very deep. They are very capable of providing great bass, but slightly at the cost of the high end. You're gonna lose some of that crisp sort of response. But overall, I definitely listened to a variety of music without really thinking that it was a bad listening experience. I actually enjoyed myself a lot. They're very comfortable. They're kind of reminiscent of the AirPods in terms of design, which is no bad thing. I don't think they're the best design ever. These, the sort of wireless headphones have got smaller and smaller, but I do actually think it's very nice. And as I've mentioned, the battery life is quite good as well, so that makes up for the size. In terms of sound quality, so I was listening to things like Radiohead, I was listening to things like Nine Inch Nails, and then some of the charts just to get an idea, and I actually thought that although the bass thing is an issue, that if you don't turn up the music too loud, that it is a very pleasant listening experience. I do think that Edifier could improve their app and provide a full graphic equalizer, allowing you to tone down that low end just a little bit, maybe up the highs, just to improve the response. I can imagine that would be a more pleasant listening experience, but at the moment that's not something they offer. So next we'll just cover off battery life. So battery life is fairly decent. You'll get either 7 or 9 hours depending on whether you have active noise cancellation on or off, and then the case will provide another 10 or 12 hours or so as well. So in terms of battery life, it's actually not too bad. It's what you'd expect for a pair of active noise cancellation headphones these days. Now, active noise cancellation is so hit and miss. It really does depend on, the brand in terms of how good it is. And in my opinion, like the best at the moment is the Sony WF-1000 XM4s, and these don't get close to that. But that's fine, because the Sonys are £180 more than these cost. Actually, the noise cancellation at this price point is excellent. It is better than most noise cancelling headphones I've tried at the £150 mark. I found what these were really good at was reducing rumble. So these would be very good on a plane next to this busy road. When listening earlier on this week, I actually found that it had really got rid of the annoying part of the road, the sort of rumble that you get, and had just made it a more pleasant listening experience. Probably more pleasant than the listening experience you're having at the moment with the cars going past at the moment. I did like that in the app you can choose to add in ambient noise. For instance, if you're doing exercise or if you're walking around a busy city and need to be able to hear around you, you can have audio pass through, and you also get various levels of that. So you can choose up to 6 different settings of pass through, which is really good. So you can have a little bit of noise cancellation, a lot of noise cancellation, or a lot of pass through, or just a little bit of pass through. Very good control that. Whilst we talk about the app, I like the fact that you did have those options. Their equalizer settings are spatial audio, not the Apple version from what I can tell, gaming and standard. The gaming profile, I'm out. That's where I check out pretty quickly. Standard profile is what I use. The spatial audio profile, I tried it out. Couldn't really tell the difference, but I'm not a spatial audio nut, so I will reserve judgment. So in terms of comfort, I found that these are very similar to the original AirPods, or indeed the EarPods, which are wired. That sort of level of comfort, which I think is very much acceptable. Overall, they also come with three different types of ear tips. You've got the two medium that are on there, as well as the large and the small, so that should allow you to get a good fit. Personally, I use the mediums. That's what I tend to find with headphones, and they were very good. A little bit of noise isolation, which is nice as well. You also obviously have the microphones that you can use to make phone calls. Now, they do have noise reduction on the microphones as well. I tested them out for you so you can have a listen to two samples, one next to this busy road and the other in a quiet room. This is the headphone test with the Edifier TWS NB2 Pro in-ear headphones. This is what it sounds like if you're making a phone call in a relatively noisy environment, just to highlight the noise cancellation technology that they've built into them. And just for comparison, this is what these headphones would sound like if they were used in a quieter environment. This is a quiet room, and this is the kind of sound quality you'd expect, say, in a quiet office. So I think the microphones are fine. In the busy road, you can definitely hear the noise reduction. I really dislike that kind of almost synthetic sound that you get when you have a lot of noise reduction on a microphone. But to be honest, you can still be heard fairly clearly, and I think that it's acceptable. It's not the best ever, but at this price point, again, it's fine. So should you buy these headphones? Now, I actually think for the money they're charging, they're very good value. I think if you charged £150 for these and whacked on a Sony sticker, they would sell like hotcakes. So yes, I can happily recommend them. They might not be to everyone's tastes, but personally, I think they look pretty good, and the feature set is definitely good enough to justify what they're charging and more. At the moment, I noticed on Amazon you could even get a £10 voucher, so you can actually get them for £70, and at that price, in all honesty, they're a steal. I tried Belkin's latest headphones as well, and they don't have noise cancellation, and they don't come close to these. So there you have it, the Edifier TWS NB2 Pros. I think these are great headphones. If you enjoyed this review, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about headphones, pop them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And equally, if you haven't already, please do subscribe, and it really, really does help me out. Thank you very much for watching, and I do hope I see you again next time. Goodbye.